1150 KKNW E's Way. I see it no other way. Y'all know what it is, man. Local Vocals Backyard Boogie. It's your boy E-Dawg in the building. Shorty in the building. DJ B-Mello. World famous DJ B-Mello in the building.
Yeah.
And my man DJ Mouse Wayne.
Yes, sir.
And I promised y'all today on my Facebook that I was going to bring a very, very important man to this show. And I also said that, you know, it's the new year, 2012, so we got to bring some heavy hitters to the E's Way radio show.
Yeah.
So with that said, I got the real. When I say the real, y'all understand when we pop off this interview, the real Freeway Ricky Ross on the phone right now. Freeway, what's good, baby?
Oh, man, I've been working hard, man, enjoying my freedom. You know what I'm saying?
I see it, man. I Googled you today, and it was crazy. Like,
yeah, I'm all over the place, man. I'm trying to set a new tone. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to push all the fakers to the side and let the real come out.
Man, speaking of fakers, man. So I read something, you know, you hear rumors, but you want to hear from the original mouth. So my man, and I don't even want to call him Ricky Ross. We're going to call him Rose. My man Rose came and visited you in prison. Was that a real statement?
False.
False. Okay. See how that works? So he never came to visit you in prison. But you wasn't happy when you got out or when you heard about this guy because he was using like your swag, the new word, and it was using your name and your swag. You didn't really take on to that very good, right?
No, not at all. I didn't. I didn't appreciate it at all because I didn't think that he went about it the right way. You know, he should have talked to me. You know, and asked me, was it cool to use, you know, everything that I created. You know, I created that for myself.
Say that.
Yeah. And then to have somebody just to come in and jack me because, you know, the government had jumped on my back and was holding me down. He felt that it was cool to come on board and just take what, you know, I spent years and years to create.
Yes, sir. Man, Rick, man, $3 million a day, is that official?
That's official. I had days. It wasn't every day. You know, that was, you know, maybe every 2 weeks I would have a day like that. Or every other week I would have a day like that.
Man.
A normal day was, you know, $1 million.
I mean, you know, we're not trying to glorify the situation, but, you know, you are a perfect example of if you're going to do it, do it right.
I'm not proud of what I did, to say the least, you know, but it is what it is. It happened. I learned from it, and I'm moving on.
Man,
I'm gonna try to make $3 million a day legit. Say
that, and because at the end of the day, it's a talent to have hustle, and I truly believe that.
Oh, without a doubt, I think that the hustle is a lost art, and I feel a lot of people really don't have it. You know, out here on the street, you know, they got a lot of the real hustlers locked up in prison, and you know, I felt that. You know, I look at the game a whole different route now. You know, I feel now that the drug game was the new Jim Crow. It was a way to get the best and the brightest of our people off the streets and into their institutions.
Whoa. That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah,
that's a deep statement. Now, this is what I want to talk about, man. You had to.
I told you we can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
There's another cat in here. We was on the streets heavily, man. You know, 88, 89, 80. I mean, we go back further than that. But, you know, it was very hard. You had to really be respected to be able to walk around and make that type of money without anybody really, really trying to do something to you. So, I mean, it kind of speaks for your character. You had a lot of respect on the streets, I assume.
A lot of respect. I mean, you know, where I grew up at, I grew up in a gang-infested neighborhood with multiple gangs on both sides. But, you know, I had love for the people. You know, I mean, like right now, you know, it's mad the kind of love that I get off the street.
Yeah. That's nice, man. And you're talking about both sides, Bloods and Crips respected you.
Without a doubt. They both love me, you know. I know the shot callers from both sides. I mean, right now, you know, I can't really associate with anybody because of my PO. You know, they're trying to send me back to prison.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for coming in contact with felons. They try to associate with too many felons.
That's kind of weird to me.
That's all I know.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me. You put that tag on a person, but then you tell a person How do you figure out who's who, though? I mean, you don't go around. Nobody would respect you coming around asking them about they personal life like that.
You know, they convicted of a felon.
Yeah.
And you know what else it does? It makes me stereotype people, man. It makes you, when you start questioning people, now you're looking at the way a person dressed, their ethnical background, what neighborhood they lived in. It's really foul, the position that they're putting me in. But they literally told me that if I get caught with a felon, I'm going back to prison.
Wow. And how much of that, how much was left on your sentence when they let you out?
I did my whole sentence. In the Fed, you have to do your whole time, but they still put you on what they call supervised release. And right now I have 4 years left on supervised release. And I think for a violation of that sort, because it's not criminal, they can give me like 6 to 11 months.
Wow. Which is just something to just feel they BALLS. But let me ask you this, man. I heard you got a movie coming out. Is that official?
That's official.
What's the movie kind of? Is it going to be 100%, or is it going to be some fabrication in the movie, or is it going to be straight up your life?
Man, it's going to be pretty accurate, and that's one of the reasons the movie ain't already made. I could have sold the movie the week I got out of prison.
Wow.
They wanted me to sign the rights over and walk away from it without having any say-so, and I didn't want to do that because I felt that the black story hasn't been told. They tell the story about us the way they want to, and I felt that this was one time that our story should be told the way it should be told.
Yeah.
And so I held on to the rights. Man, the movie's getting a lot of heat. The guy who did Blow, he wrote it, he's directing. I can't tell y'all who we talking to about playing my role right now because they want to keep it hush-hush.
Okay.
So we got a major star, you know what I'm saying, who got a statue, who looks like he's going to be playing the role. So it's coming along well.
Shoot, who would turn down that role?
Not me.
I mean, when you get a true story, man.
William Roberts would.
Yeah, he turned it down?
No, I say you would. You know who William Roberts is?
Nah, I'm like, yo.
That's Rose. That's Rose's real name.
Wait, hold on, everybody. Rick Ross, say that again. What's his name again?
William Roberts.
So I mean, I noticed that he tried to water it down a little bit with the rosé.
And
after
that's still too close.
It's still too close.
and it's feminine.
That's right.
I mean, man. It's funny, man. It's kind of hard when when you're a fan of rap and you got a cat like that has good music. No doubt in my mind he has good music. So he really don't need to be standing on other people's legs. So that kind of like kills the whole vibe, man, when he does, when they were saying he was an officer and he wouldn't come out and just say, man, I had a job. It was like, that's where the realness got tested, because it was like, yo, a real dude would have said, yo, I got a couple homeboys that was gangbangers in LA right now and they security guards.
Absolutely.
It's a job, homie. I'm trying to get away from this life, but he just went and kept his mouth closed, and a closed mouth is guilty sometimes.
Because he was so square.
Yeah.
Like you say, a real one would have already knew. Excuse that, but a real one would have already knew.
That's real talk. Hey, man, I wanted to ask you this. So now that they saying you cannot be involved with any other felon people out there on the streets, how do you work with the community?
It's tough, man. Believe me, they made my life really, really hard. They don't really want me to do the things that I'm doing right now, man. I went from being illiterate to being almost like a scholar, man, when I was in prison. I won my issue that got me out of prison.
Yeah.
So they don't really want me to teach the people what I learned. That how we can take our street mentality and our street hustle and flip it. So they're doing everything they can right now, man, to hold me down. I could really be making some real nice money right now, but they won't let me.
They won't let you, but they can't hold you for long. I mean, at some point, they got to take the shackles off, and they got, allow you to, do what you want to do in society. As long as it ain't illegal, ain't nothing they can do. But you know how the game is, man. Even I say that about the record business. It's kind of funny how now that the Black Brothers has got super smart, right? Or let's just use the urban community instead of just saying black, because sometimes people get offended, and we don't want to offend nobody on the station. But I noticed that when we start knowing numbers and we start knowing percentage rates and we start understanding how they make money and how we make money, and it wasn't fair, that soon as we got smart, all of a sudden, these machines came out to duplicate these records. Everything just basically got pushed back to the streets like, here, take it. You know what I mean? Even though they was making multiple millions off of the 100,000 we only made off our own record, they got irritated that we knew that we were being jerked and decided to educate ourselves to make it better for us. And they threw it back to us in the streets and devalued the situation. So now brothers are struggling even in the rap game.
Ain't no question. And that's how they always done it. They never wanted us to reap the benefits of our own labor, the fruits of our own labor. So, but we just got to put our heads together and keep our thinking, man. That's what's up.
Man, I can't wait to this movie. The American Gangster, was that 100%?
I don't know, man. But I know what mine is gonna be. And, also we're doing a documentary right now. The documentary may come out in like June. The documentary is gonna be sick. We got the guy on the documentary who created the crack law.
Wow. Whoa.
Hey, he tells me on tape that he locked up more black people than anybody in the history of the world.